In this video, I will share with you the goal of life. I will also speak about how routines can help you to attain your goal of life. Towards the end of this video, I will introduce you for the first time to the conversations aspects of my video. If you want to learn more on how to excel in life, be happy, and develop a great and fruitful family life, subscribe to my channel so that you can get a notification for every video that I release. If you would like to subscribe to this channel, click on the logo of my channel on the bottom right of the video so you'll be given an option to subscribe. Enjoy this video. At the beginning of this topic, let me define what I mean by goal of life. In fact, let me clarify what I mean by two terms that are often so closely associated that they are even used synonymously: the meaning of life and the goal of life. The meaning of life is meant to give you motivation towards the path of life. If you know the meaning of life, you can live with purpose and be happy. The sad thing, however, is that the meaning of life is linked with wisdom and often comes after a significant number of years of life and a vast variety of experiences. In fact, it is noticed that the more painful the experience, the more deeper the wisdom. In other words, meaning is discovered at a later stage of life, if at all. Many persons wait for the meaning of life to dawn upon them until they begin to see their lives as purposeful. In the absence of meaning, they are lost and dry and have a lack of motivation to live a zestful life. The goal of life, however, is much more obvious. Everyone has access to it, and it is the same for everyone. It exists within our very being. Based on it, we can define what success means to us and then plan a path towards this success. Being on the path itself is motivation to live happily. The goal of life gives us much more control of our lives. It also squares the sense of responsibility for our happiness on ourselves. So without delay, let me spell out the goal of life. It is to live a balanced and excellent human life. I am sure that you have all felt this an anticlimax. That's obvious, you may say. The question really is not whether you know the goal of life. Remember, I said it was obvious and everyone has access to it. But what are we doing about it? We need to further internalize it to the level of actually doing something about it. Let me dig a bit into the goal of life and the key terms here before I address how we can be our excellent selves. I will first start with the term human life. What does it mean to be human? Humans are a combination of distinct yet highly connected dimensions. We feel fully alive when we exercise and move physically and are in good health. This is our physical dimension. Unlike other creatures, we have the power of metacognition, to think about our thinking. That is the same as reasoning. Because we have such high levels of thinking, we can mold our environments to suit us rather than survive in the environment we have. This is our mental dimension. We also live in community and have a sense of belonging with those with whom we live and those with similar histories. This is our social dimension. We reflect on our own behavior and how it makes us feel. This gives us a sense of identity from which flows our creative pursuits. We have a special love towards the persons we are closely related to by blood. We are heroic in sharing our resources with them. This is our emotional dimension that deals with our relationships. We have the innate desire for goodness. We are internally beaming when we are generous towards the less fortunate. We don't sleep well when we have been unjust or hurtful to someone. This is our spiritual dimension. We want to get better at what we do. We want to develop more effective methods and efficient methods in our jobs. This is our professional dimension. Cumulatively, this is what it means to be human. Next, let's speak about what I mean by balance. By balance, I mean that at all stages of life, we need to reasonably work on all these dimensions. It doesn't mean that we will work equally on all dimensions. Some stages of life will mean we will have to focus on a particular dimension more than others. As a schooling child, one has to focus on the mental, emotional and physical dimensions. While before marriage, it is important that we focus on the social, emotional and professional dimensions. We are uniquely gifted by nature and our nurture has enhanced one or more of these dimensions. So, each of us has a better chance to excel in a few of these dimensions, while others will always be a struggle. Let's talk about excellence. We are a species with unlimited desire, and this is not always a bad thing. It is who we are. It is this principle that hopes that one day we will reach Mars and set up camp there. It is that principle that wants scientists to understand black holes. It is that principle that wants us to constantly reach higher levels of medical science. Mother Teresa and Nelson Mandela excelled in the spiritual dimension. Usain Bolt and Muhammad Ali excelled in the physical dimension. Fred Rogers and Princess Diana excelled in the emotional dimensions. Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein excelled in the mental dimension. One may excel in a combination of these dimensions too, but excellence is in our DNA. We are most happy on the path to excellence. Remember, however, that excellence is the path, not the destination. We can never claim to be excellent because once we reach a high peak, we see higher peaks that are yet to be achieved. This is what motivates us internally. We feel successful and happy at all stages of the journey of life because we are moving ahead on the path of excellence. Having discussed the goal of life, which I repeat, is to live a balanced and excellent human life, let's talk about routines. In our regular life, we are often overwhelmed with the rat race. In the process, we work on some of these dimensions and tend to ignore others altogether. A very common expression of people is, "I don't have time for myself." This happens when we ignore the time that should be assigned to reflection of our life experience, which should be done in solitude. We therefore are ignoring our spiritual and emotional dimensions. Some others who are highly ambitious often spend all their energies on work and ignore other dimensions. Routines help us to ensure that no dimension is ignored. This keeps us happy and on the path to excellence. If we dedicate time towards each of these dimensions, we are sure to grow in all of them according to our needs of life. Routines, when done regularly, ensure that each day you're becoming an enhanced version of yourself. Not only are you aware of the challenges you face, but you will take a proactive stance doing something about it. You're in control of your life, and the small regular changes stack up to be quite a significant change in a month, a year, or a decade. I'll be speaking more about routines in my videos in the future. For the conversation aspect today, I would like you to introspect about your life. I will ask you 2 questions. After each question is read, I would like you to pause the video and give yourself time to answer the question with all honesty you owe to yourself. Only after you're done, move ahead in the video. Question 1. Are you ignoring a particular dimension of your life? Which one is it? Pause the video now and answer the question. Question 2. Are you pushing for excellence in your life, or are you settling for just okay? I wish you a fruitful time introspecting. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up button or the thumbs down button if you do not. In the comments below, please write what you liked about the video. Share this video with anyone who will benefit from it. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to watch more videos like these. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you again in my next video.